What was the other question you had for me?
I have two. One's like a can of worms though, and I don't know if I should ask you.
Yeah, go for it. We're at the start of our stream. Nothing's going on yet.
What do you think of this LonerBox situation?
Is he having trans fights now, or?
So the trans fights. He had a debate with somebody by the name of like Polly
Okay.
about whether a trans genocide is currently going on in the
Yeah,
United States.
I heard that, and then I heard that because you disagree that like a whole bunch of trans YouTubers are getting together to try to like cancel him because
Yeah.
he's not acknowledging like the trans
He
genocide.
he said no, and he gave his reason as to why it's not.
Big
And
mistake.
then he had like another like there's a lot of like questions about it. Was he too disrespectful towards Polly in that debate? They then had like a second conversation where he was a lot more polite, but he still like held by his position. Then President Sunday wanted to debate him, right? And President Sunday, in an effort to debate him, got like a research team behind him, and like of like 5 or 6 people or something
Okay.
to like build up like a good case as to why like a trans genocide is going on and why he was disrespectful towards creators. And LonerBox just like basically dropped out of it. It was like, I'm not, you know what, I'm not interested in this anymore. I don't think people are being good faith to me. I don't want to do this anymore. So there's a lot of people like calling him like, oh, like you're a coward, like you dropped out last second, and you throw all you threw your trans community under the bus is the thing I'm seeing most consistently by the way you're conducting yourself. You're too much of a coward to confront people. That's the, I think, most nonpartisan way I could put the situation.
Gotcha. Well, what's he doing? What's the next stage of his plan?
As far as I know, he's doing nothing. He's just completely dropped it. He doesn't want to talk about it at all. I think conversations about it actually is banned in his Twitch chat server.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's complete. He's pulled up the city gates during the siege.
Well, damn.
Damn, indeed. The other thing I wanted to ask you was about what I tried to bring up yesterday, but you were like, Abba, sorry, you cannot have political conversation. This is banned. And so it's about like this idea of like nuclear Armageddon, right? This idea that like
Oh, wait.
Russia's on the...
Before we move to this topic, can I just read this? Apparently there's a Doe tweet and then a LonerBox clip or something.
Sure.
Doe says, I came to LonerBox privately more than once, frustrated after watching him publicly try to bait a trans woman talking about her oppression into a TOS violation, asking which Republicans you want to kill because she felt genocidal was accurate to describe Republican policy. Hold on.
Fucking.
I can explain that if you want me to.
No, hold on. Give me 39 seconds. Let me watch. 1 sec.
Okay. Fucking President Cum Day with his like endless meltdown over every fucking like Destiny associate and then like stalking the guy and shit and like doing his like 5-person research takedown stream and like, oh god. Yeah. I think that the thing is like, and this is such a simple lesson, I don't know why the fuck I keep forgetting it, is watch the way people who are nice to you are with other people. Don't do this whole, oh, they're nice to me, you know? Like, I think that's what you need to, like, bear in mind a bit more.
Okay. And then...
The amount of fuck...
What is that? I'm not going to talk to you more, but as long as you don't f*** over, we're cool. But that usually is...
Do you not see how that's kind of stupid?
What's kind of stupid?
If you don't observe the way that they treat other people, especially people who have less power than them, how would you not take that into consideration very
It's not a
strongly?
matter of me observing other people. If I can observe somebody, I'll use that. It's that usually when we're in the public sphere, we're not directly observing, we're relying on other people's observations. And the reality is that like, I hope, and I could be wrong, but I hope that from our personal interactions, off stream, you think I'm like a D-psych, I'm not gonna fuck you over or do anything weird like that. But depending on the YouTube compilations you watch of me, I'm like an unhinged sociopathic lunatic that will throw you under the bus as soon as I can make a penny, and I'm also racist and sexist and maybe a rapist and maybe a
Yes!
pedophile and maybe a
Based!
rapist.
Alright, cool. Well done, Destiny. Personal growth. You know what? I think I might be learning the same thing. The amount of fucking times I watched fucking Demon Mama behave like a total fucking clown, like an absolute walloper. The amount of times I watched her just like, complain the fuck about like harassment and shit and then just engage in like the most fucking aggressive, toxic behavior possible. And then as soon as she got any pushback, just fucking cry about it for like days on end and just didn't say anything. Like, oh, you know, she's a streamer. You know, I'm only seeing one side of her. I've heard she's really nice in private conversations. She's there's a complex human being behind all that. Fuck that. Like, nah. I think I might do the same thing, you know, actually, yeah. I think I might be learning to just be a bit more, a little bit less fucking, making all this space for, because I never comment. Like, in all these, like, ridiculous fucking debates where she tried to call fucking, like, vegan gains a child porn possessor, the time when she fucking spread that, like, almost definitely defamatory bullshit about RGR's group because she had a fucking online spat with her a couple of times, I don't know, maybe we'll just,
Based.
yeah, I don't know.
He also called like President Sunday, I believe, President Cum Day, which
Yeah, I
I
heard
think
that.
also ruffled
Fucking
us
President
there,
Cum Day with his,
too.
like, endless meltdown over every fucking, like, Destiny associate and then, like, stalking the guy and shit and, like, doing his, like, 5-person research takedown stream and, like, oh, God. Yeah. I think that the thing is like, and this is such a simple lesson. I don't know why the fuck I
Oh,
keep
this is
forgetting
like a
it,
repeated
is
one.
watch the way people who are nice to you are with other people. Don't do this whole, oh, they're nice to me. You know?
I'm gonna talk to Mark. It was like a-
Interesting. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I'm here now.
Okay. Is it weird knowing that let's say you like commented on it? There's like, I don't know if there's anything you could say, Destiny, personally, that would like help in any way. Do you agree with that?
That would help
classification?
what?
Like help like let's say like if you were like let's give LonerBox a charitable interpretation, because people are like, I think people would be being a little uncharitable towards him. There's no way that could help with the crowd that is possibly being uncharitable towards him.
Well, no, because people being uncharitable towards him are the same people that think that I'm a Nazi. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, if anything, if I comment on it.
how about you denounce LonerBox?
Yeah,
That could
that
help.
actually, that might help, yeah. True. Someone in YouTube chat called Voluntarist Girl said, I debated... Wait, I lost the message. They said they debated you on whether or not tax was theft, and you lost the debate, Dylan. Is that true?
Wow, I can't believe it. She's called me out again. Dude, I don't know what... Every once in a while, she'll pop up in my chat, and then she'll spaz out, and then she'll leave. I don't know what's up with her.
Did you have a debate over it?
I think we did, like, 2 years ago. I don't really remember.
Damn.
But I probably lost. Sure, why not?
Just you're man enough to admit it.
Yep.
Based.
I believe in strong women, and so I believe in her ability to beat me, a man. A white man, at that.
Okay, in Canada, are you really allowed to just be any random mentally ill person and then you can just kill yourself? I can't tell how much of this is just like conservative derangement versus like...
Dude, Twitter's gonna lose, like, half their user
True!
base in Canada.
But... Is it? Do either of you know? Do any of you know? No.
I have no idea. I mean, like, I've been thinking about this, and I can't... Okay, so if somebody had such mental anguish that it was difficult to live day to day...
Well,
like,
no, I think the things I've seen, I'm going to be honest, half of these are coming from, like, Lauren's stories on Instagram. It's her saying shit like, oh, now if you're, like, just a little bit depressed, you can go and get fucking suicided by the...
Like, obviously, that would be stupid if they could do that.
Yeah,
but if
obviously
like,
it'd be stupid, so the question
let me
is,
ask you a
is it actually
question.
happening? Yeah.
You know, I'm asking for... I wanted to get, like, your idea around this. Like, number one, I believe in the idea of being able to kill yourself if you have, like, terrible cancer and it hurts every day. Like you don't know, like, it's completely understandable for somebody who wants to end their own life. I was raised by my grandparents. I could, like, imagine the type of pain they could be in, and if they caught cancer or something like that, and I want them to have that option on the table, and having those discussions with them is, like, very difficult. And I think that's, like, up to everybody to decide. But, like, there's a difference between, like, a mental health problem and, like, a physical health problem.
Yeah, of course.
But I think there's no reason for me to believe that the mental anguish couldn't be so bad in certain circumstances that it might make more sense to just, you know, give them that option on the table. Like, but I'm trying to think of, like, what circumstances that would be.
I imagine that there are people that the depression is so insane that it is physical pain at that point, or extreme mental anguish to where you're just living a miserable existence. You can't find anything to supplant the that sense of just dread, doom, and wanting to fall asleep and not wake up.
I guess the thing that I guess kills me on it is, like, we and the Canadians, I think, would be included in this, haven't really provided people with enough mental health resources, like veterans and people who are, like, going through these struggles. And so I just think it's kind of weird that they're giving them the option to blow their brains out before they're giving them, like, all of the healthcare options to properly address their problem. Or
Well,
maybe
not
they would
that
have
I
to go
wanna-
through those things first before they have to do it. Like, maybe they
Not-
would. I really don't know.
Not that I would ever praise the Canucks up there, but don't they have free mental health care? Like, isn't
Do
it
they?
super accessible? I don't know. Like, maybe it's not. Maybe that's not something that's really like.
Is there
That is
depression in
covered.
Canada?
I mean, it's dark a lot longer. It's colder a lot longer, and you're Canadian.
I would
so
want
probably-
to look. If I was Canadian, I'd want to kill myself. I
Jesus
can understand
Christ.
it. Well, you know.
But someone's chat said no, so yeah, maybe it's not covered.
Well, then,
in which
there you
case, yeah, then that's fucked up. And you ought to be fucking investing. If you already have such a socialized healthcare program, you should make mental health more accessible before you're like, yeah, go ahead and kill yourself. Especially if that bill was probably passed off of statistics about depression, mental health, and suffering and suicide.
What I'm
Canada
really-
has had a very historically high suicide rate, especially
I'm-
amongst young people.
What I'm worried about is that they just basically give people, like, the gun before they give them like actual help.
No,
And,
that's
like,
what I'm
this is,
saying,
like, yeah, this is a sign of a society, like, not wanting to deal with the problems. They'd rather just literally have them just go away than actually give them the proper care because it would cost more money. And that's what I'm worried about.
I
Kind of
think
fucked
that's
up.
what everybody
Illegal-
is complaining about right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who like did this like? How did they get the? Did they pass this through like Parliament or whatever they have over there? A king? I think they have a king.
They have
He
the
like, looks
king.
at all the laws. Yeah, he proves them.
I'm sorry, Dylan. So I derailed that. Do you have other things you wanted to ask, Steven?
No, not really. I think I've covered all my bases. And Volturance Girl has called me out. Has called me out on taxation. What do you think, Destiny? What do you think about taxation? Do you think taxation is theft?
Taxation is fucking base.
Awesome. I agree.
Why does she want to debate?
I think she probably, if you give her the opportunity, I think she'd take it.
Drag her in. Let's do a 2-minute tax. I'm just curious if there are any new arguments.
Because like, it can be theft. I just don't care. I guess. I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
Loser. Just kidding. Love you.
Yep.
Have you ever fucked a fan's mom?
No, I've come close a couple times, but no. Be pretty memey though.
I went to a diner. I was in the Marine Corps. I was home on leave, and I went to a diner with one of my high school best friends and her mom. And the chick went away, and her mom said, "If you ever want to know what it's like to have sex with a real woman,"
Jesus.
and she's like, "If you tell her, I will deny it to the end of my days." And one of the most awkward fucking conversations I've ever had. No, I didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
I did not.
I feel like I'm getting old enough to start fucking people's moms. Damn, maybe it's
I mean,
good that I'm like living away from Nathan. What if I was just fucking all the moms in his class? How base would that be?
So my friend's brother was temporarily divorced, and during that time, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Hooked up with a few of his kids' teachers.
Okay, never mind. That would be not good.
Awkward PTA meetings and teachers talk.
Where the fuck is this stuff even coming from? The UK secretary started a Discord server. Lex Friedman defends Joe Rogan. How mad are they at me? Or how mad at me are they in this subreddit?
Oh man, did I miss it? I listened up until just before Melina came on. Did you guys talk about Joe and like issues you have with his podcast?
On Lex, not on the show, no.
Oh, okay.
I saw your back and forth with Lex over Hassan. It was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. Wait, is the Joe Rogan subreddit an anti-fan sub? No, it's not.
It's not an anti-fan sub, but they're very critical of him. They have been
Jesus.
since COVID shit started.
Oh, and yeah, because I see that COVID shit here. I didn't expect that, but I don't know if maybe it's turned into an anti-fan subreddit. I'm not sure. Oh, so these people actually support me here. Jeez.
Yeah, a lot of people call it an anti-fan sub, but that's just because they're critical of Daddy Joe. It's how every community works on here.